Hey you, yes you. Is your energy always down? Like, you wake up after 10 hours of sleep, but still, your nerves are fried and your brain is foggy as if someone has unplugged your brain and forgot to charge it during the night. Are you watching this video while resting in your bathtub or binge watching a Netflix series that you're not even enjoying? Well, if this is the case, I'm going to tell you something really special that your soul has been craving for a long time. Before watching the full video, rest assured that it's not any crappy motivational video where I'll ask you to wake up at 4 a.m. and complete 1,000 tasks before noon. Because honestly, none of us can do that. What I really want to tell you is that your soul needs rest, like a real, deep, and intentional rest where there's no guilt, where your brain is not making up scary scenarios of your future, and where you don't have the urge to multitask. You need that sort of rest where there is not only an absence of doing, but the presence of peace and mindfulness. It's about reclaiming your life, your soul, your body, and your heart. You need moments of nothingness in your life so that you can become dangerous and strong enough to conquer the world. I don't know who introduced the crippling idea that rest is laziness. Now, we're all guilty when we want some moments for ourselves, when we want to sit on our porch with our favorite book in our hand without any care of the world, or when we want to stare at the ceiling without any crippling thought in our mind. In these peaceful moments, guilt creeps into our minds as a demon, telling us that we are wasting time if we are not productive. It will tell us to keep producing, doing, and proving ourselves in every second of our lives as if we don't have anything better to do in the world. So, what are the results of this continuous grind? Complete drainage, no urge to do any work, feeling weak and restless all the time. Ultimately, we all become the victims of digital purgatory, where we all want to conquer the world, but we are not ready to give rest to our limping souls. We continuously keep pushing ourselves and taking pride in becoming a multitasker, believing that we are doing a favor on ourselves. But in reality, we are actually destroying our bodies. Now, how to come out of it? This video will tell you some secret tips on how to have proactive rest that will make you feel alive. But before that, we have to understand, what is not rest? I know this answer all too well. I was the 5 hours of sleep guy, so no judgment here. In fact, I was one of those people who used to believe that rest equals weakness. I used to believe that you were soft on your goal if you were in bed, in the middle of the day, or if you took a day off to unwind your brain and soul. Saying yes to everything, believing that showed my strength and productivity. I smiled through exhaustion saying, I'm fine, even after nights of crashing midway to my bed. It was me sitting in front of a television, doom scrolling Instagram for motivational videos while eating food without enjoying the taste. It was me lying on the bed with half-opened eyes, watching TED Talk about how to achieve more in life at a young age. It was me feeling guilty of wasting time while binge watching a whole Netflix series within 6 hours, not even remembering the plotline or a character's name the next day. It was me sitting with my loved ones, faking the laughter while my mind was screaming for rest. What was the end of this whole grind? Snapping on my loved ones, feeling exhausted even after a full night's rest, my productivity plummeting, and my brain unable to understand what is going on in the world. Then, it all changed. A small story changed my whole perspective about productivity and rest. This story is about a lively town where a young chef with dreams of conquering the world resided. She was famous for her delicious cakes and fierce determination. One day, a huge baking contest was announced. The winner would get a trophy, a year's supply of butter, and bragging rights forever. Our young chef was determined to win. She believed rest is for those who burn toast. So she baked from sunrise to sunset, without any break, watching YouTube videos on baking, trying new recipes, and continuously thinking about ways of improving her skills. Her whole life revolved around that competition. Even in her dreams, she was baking a delicious cake. On the other hand, her rival was doing something unbelievable. He took small breaks in between baking and completely stopped after 7 p.m. He spent time meditating, walking, sipping coffee with friends, and reading books. Finally, competition day arrived. Our young baker arrived with determination and bloodshot eyes. She baked like a hurricane, mixing, whipping, and shouting at her ingredients, while her rival treated it as just another day. After taking the bite, the judges announced the result. Our young chef lost because of salt in her cake. Yes, a spoon of bitter salt in a perfect fluffy cake. She was overwhelmed, on the verge of crying and asking herself what she did wrong. The rival chef smiled kindly and said, Remember, your brain is like a sponge cake. If it's too tired, it collapses. So rest and make it intentful. All those coffee breaks I had were conversation on baking. That young chef was me. I learned you become weak and look like a zombie when your soul, mind, and body are not fully recharged. Rest makes you sharp, not soft. Rested you is the opposite version of your grumpy self. You laugh more, enjoy the small moments, remember the important things, and stop wasting time on useless activities. Oh, and you learn to say no to things you don't like. You learn to develop healthy boundaries when your mind and soul are recharged. When we don't rest, our brain goes into emergency mode, switching off our nervous system. It is an indication that it has reached its limits and can't work anymore. We shouldn't push our body to the limit, but some do, and instead of true rest, many prefer sedation, where they believe that passive activities like watching TV, gaming, doom scrolling, or listening to music is true rest. But reality is totally different from that. The best thing is proactive rest. It isn't about taking a 2-week holiday backpacking Asia while ghosting everybody, but if someone is offering you this opportunity, don't let it go. You can call me too to have friendly company. Proactive rest is actually more fulfilling than visiting countries and traveling the world. You can do this rest in your daily routine to unwind your mind and recharge your soul. It can be going on a long walk without any podcast or music in your ears, just you and your thoughts on the way. True rest is about listening to your body and taking a break or nap when your mind desires. It is not to feel guilty and tying your value to productivity. It's realizing that we are valuable to ourselves and our loved ones. It is to say no without explaining to others the reason for it, and keeping yourself calm all the time. It's not sulking on Sunday and thinking of the work you have to do on Monday. Studies have proved that laughter releases a bunch of hormones in our body that do more wonders than a piece of our favorite pizza. So after some rest, try to have a good and genuine laugh. Real rest can be sitting on a balcony and staring at the winking stars while the night breeze brushes your skin. But to others, it feels better to do work. If this is you, make your routine according to the Pomodoro Technique. What is the Pomodoro Technique? It states you should work for 25 minutes and then take 5 minutes to rest. And no, don't even think of grabbing your phone. Just close your eyes and enjoy the moments of nothingness. After repeating this pattern 4 times, take a 15 to 20 minute break. In it, you can do journaling, meditation, walking, or reading. The list doesn't stop here. Proactive rest includes creating a sleep schedule and actually sticking to it. Getting off your phone 30 minutes before bed and reading a book can help prep your body for a good night's rest. Sometimes, the real reset is simply asking ourselves, are you okay? If you're not okay, then pause. Take a deep breath and start saying no to all the villains in your life. Remember one thing, my friends. Don't chase productivity for the sake of it. Let the dishes rest for some hours. Spend time with your loved ones, cut out the unnecessary noise, develop hobbies for your sanity, and take guilt-free naps. Those who care will not get angry if you have some non-work related hobbies and life. Nothing disastrous will happen if you take a few moments for yourself. Instead, you will turn dangerous after being fully rested. You will become a new and energized version of yourself who will be more sharp, clear-minded, calm, and productive. You will be ready to conquer the world as you have reclaimed your energy. So put off the phone right now. Well, after subscribing to our channel, and enjoy the blissful moments of proactive rest. But before going, make sure to tell us your feedback about this video, because your comments will be our form of proactive rest.